The National Broadcasting Empire. We own your news. We own your mind, and we own your world.
This is the National Broadcasting Empire. I'm Paul Rodgers, hoping that you are having a jolly holiday season. Welcome to this week's news report. We start with the news from Syria.
Syrian President Bashar al-Assad has denied ordering his troops to kill peaceful demonstrators, telling the U.S. television channel, ABC, that only a crazy leader kills his own people. "We don't kill our people. No government in the world kills its people, unless it's led by a crazy person," said Assad. Assad is under growing international pressure, including a threat of sanctions from the Arab League, over a crackdown on nationwide anti-government protests in which the UN says more than 4,000 killed.
We leave this depressing story in Syria, and go to the United Kingdom to hear about new Christmas traditions and foods. Tom, go ahead.
London. British police have arrested a 39-year-old man, after a parent's finger was bitten off during a fight. It happened just before a Harton Primary School's nativity play. Northumbria police said the man was arrested, on suspicion of assault, after a brawl broke out outside the city of Newcastle. A 32-year-old father was taken to a hospital for medical treatment, after his finger was bitten off. Police did not disclose if medics were able to save the digit. This gives a whole new meaning to finger food at Christmas celebrations.
That was absolutely disgusting. No wonder they have bad teeth in the United Kingdom. Let's go to politics, and Herman Cain's harsh criticism of the National Broadcasting Empire.
"I said to you all, that I would wait until after the accusations were made, to give a statement to the press. My statement is this. I quit, effectively, this very second. You bastard journalists. I don't want to be president over a country where men do not have the liberty to harass women. I put the blame squarely on the media, especially the National Broadcasting Empire. This is clearly racism, that white candidates, like Newt, can treat women like trash, but when a black man tries to make women have sex with him, it is suddenly called harassment. I have my needs, and that is why women were created."
It is sure nice to be noticed by people like Herman Cain. I really liked that background from the art department. Now we go to India for a positive story from Hewlett-Packard.
Hewlett-Packard Company said that it's making its WebOS mobile system available as open-source software that anyone can use and modify freely. HP said it still plans to develop and support WebOS. Hewlett-Packard hopes that by offering it to the open-source community, more mobile apps will be developed. The software's future has been uncertain since August, when HP said it would stop making tablet computers and smartphones, part of a blundered announcement by then CEO Leo Apotheker, who also said then that HP was looking into putting its PC business up for sale. In September, Apotheker was fired and replaced by former eBay CEO Meg Whitman. Whitman said in late October that HP wouldn't be selling off its personal computer business after all, but said then that the future of WebOS was still unclear. HP, which is based in Palo Alto, shares rose 46 cents to $28.12 in afternoon trading.
A Christmas present from Hewlett-Packard. Thank you. Believe it or not, curling is one of the world's fastest-growing sports. Nothing says curling more than the Swedish-Scottish rivalry.
The Scotland women's curling team gained revenge on Sweden for last year's finals defeat by beating their opponents 8-2 to win the European Curling Championship in Moscow. The Swedes had won all 10 of their matches in the tournament, heading into the finals, but could not match the challenge by Eve Muirhead's rink. and after last year's narrow loss, Muirhead was delighted to take gold. "I wanted to go one better this year," the Scotland skipper told us. "We knew it was going to be a tough game, but we beat the great untouchable Swedes easily."
If curling isn't your type of sport, here is a report that may suit you better. Running barefoot, or in sport shoes? That is exactly the question.
Top scientists, from sports physicians to evolutionary biologists, are having the great running debate. The debate centers on whether running in shoes with cushioned heels and supportive structures changes the way people move so dramatically that it's more likely to cause injuries. Proponents of barefoot running say the natural way is more likely to prompt a runner to land on the padded and springy part of the foot, towards the front, rather than strike the ground with the heel as many shod runners do. In a study published in the scientific journal Nature last year, Daniel Lieberman, an evolutionary biology professor at Harvard University, sought to find out how our ancestors, who ran and hunted for millions of years in bare feet or simple moccasins, coped with the impact of the foot hitting the ground. Lieberman and colleagues from Britain and Kenya studied runners and found that barefoot endurance runners often land on the forefoot before bringing down the heel, while shod runners mostly rear-foot strike, prompted by the raised and cushioned heels of modern running shoes. In a series of analyses, they found that even on hard surfaces, barefoot runners who forefoot strike generate smaller collision forces, less impact, than rear-foot strikers in shoes. Barefoot runners also had a springier step, and used their calf and foot muscles more efficiently.
Running barefoot would also solve the problem of stinky running shoes. We go to weather, somewhere in the world today.
A fierce storm with winds of up to 165 miles per hour has battered northern parts of Britain, with people warned to stay indoors, schools forced to close, and flights and rail links cancelled. Localized flooding has also caused major disruptions on roads, and more than 30,000 homes have been left without power. In North Yorkshire, an RAF helicopter plucked a couple to safety after their car was swept away in floodwaters. They were flown to hospital with suspected hypothermia. A third person was also rescued from his car in a separate incident, near the village of Gwyneth. Police have advised against all travel until the winds cease. The Met Office earlier issued its strongest warning, a red alert, for winds in Scotland, and warned parts of England and Wales to be aware, as temperatures were expected to drop radically.
Is it global climate change, or simply the United Kingdom's regular weather pattern? I guess only time will tell. Thieves target toilet paper at New Mexico diner. That's right. A New Mexico restaurant employee says he's now seen it all. 3 men left his diner with rolls of toilet paper, but were nabbed by police. Burgers, Dogs and Wings employee, Josh Flannery Stewart, says that he was immediately suspicious of the men when they came in Saturday because they weren't talking and appeared messed up. Albuquerque police apparently already had the trio under surveillance, and quickly surrounded the car and arrested them. The toilet paper was returned to its rightful owner. This has been the National Broadcasting Empire's World News. I'm Paul Rodgers, wishing you a happy and safe holiday season.